Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces. And this is the way to start a new day. Good morning, sunshines. I know I'm not really at all fluffed and buffed this morning, but two things. One, yesterday when I was thanking all the veterans, I thought for sure I put my son-in-law in there, my bonus son. Bonus son, I love you with all my heart, and I thank you so much for your service, that you fought for this country, that you fight for my daughter and for my grandbabies, and that you are a wonderful, loving bonus son. Thank you so much. So, at a threat of, he said, if I didn't say thank you, he was going to join Scientology. Booyah. I love you, son. And I miss you. Thank you so much. Okay, the second thing. Yesterday, with a lot of respect and love, somebody said that that I was a good place to do reaction videos. And to be real honest, I don't want to be a reaction channel. Good morning, Irish Mart. Good afternoon, Irish Mart. I honestly, I want to be an action channel, not a reaction channel. I don't want to react to what other people have put on theirs and just kind of talk about it and see. What I want to do is I want to find out what other people are doing, thinking, saying, where their actions are, so that way I can adjust my strategy to where it needs to be. Or maybe conjoin strategies. What's working, what's not working. That's the type of channel that I want to have, because I want to have an action channel. I want to do, see, hear, do, however you want to say it. That's what I want out of our channel together. And in the mornings when we're looking at what other people are doing, let's say Nora on her Raised in Scientology channel, I want to see where her thought processes are, what's going on, how we need to adjust. And as a community, I think coming together, saying good morning, we've really accomplished that. Good morning, Sandy Hill. I absolutely love when we think together. I absolutely love when we can conspire. Is it a conspiracy? No, but we can conspire against bringing down a child-abusing family. Good morning, Amy M. I hope your daughter has a beautiful day at school today. But I love working together on bringing down this absolutely horrific cult. And I love being an action channel, not a reaction channel. So saying that, what did Nora have to say last night? I haven't even watched her video, but I know she did one in the middle of the night.
It is, where are you at? I'm in the wrong one. Yeah, it's an amazing experience, to use that and not have it take 300 years. So yeah, where is it? Here we go. I'm going to put this link in the chat here. Let's see if it'll let me. And then there you go, guys.
Goodies.
And look at that. Last a lot of time.
After 112 years, the Room Place is going out of business. All locations are closing for good, and everything must go.
A lot of times for the links to be everywhere. Okay, so this one is.
Skip through.
I don't know if it's cotton. I know that.
Okay.
Let's check out the details. This is a blend. It's a blend. I think all of them are
That's okay. I think
blends. Let me go look
go back.
on the back end when I'm done here.
Audit did some City Hall. Let's see, Audit and I did some outside the box.
Like, you know how like the public right of way that you can't move? Like I can't get through the public right of way at
The DOJ is investigating taxes, and probably doesn't like that the Scientology is tax exempt, and he's probably going to help build the RICO case and going against it.
Right
And I hope that all the DOJ is investigating.
That's funny when we do that. Sound is kind of echoey, but very loud. Good morning, Powerlize to Paralyze. Hi, Cricket. You have work today, huh? I had a dream last night I was a nurse. Go figure. Maybe I was just dreaming, because my daughter's a nurse also, Amy. And I kept trying to get on the schedule for more hours, because I needed more hours for more money. And yet I didn't really want to work. That was funny. Is it my sound that's kind of echoey, or was it Audits? Was it the video when I was playing the video? Because I can turn this down a little bit. If I turn that down, is that better? Sandy? I'm going to play around with the... Well, good morning, me and Taz. Oh, the clip's loud. Yeah, okay. Did that turn my sound down? Oh, I definitely need coffee this morning. It is a crispy, bright morning out today. Okay, Cricket. I'm going to turn that back up to where it was. And the clip was worse. Okay. Well, I have the clip on full volume. I'll turn it down. Here, let me play it and just see.
Taxes, and probably doesn't like that the Scientology is tax exempt, and he's probably going to help build the RICO case and going against it. And I hope that all of you aren't brought up on RICO, because you may be brought into the whole thing. Bye.
Thank you. And I think this public comment. All right.
It is, first of all, it's tinny on the video anyways because it was echoey. That was Amy on the phone to Public Works off from her video. But I did turn it down. There, I turned mine back up. Yeah, that was you, Amy. We were looking at ooh, thank you. Can't wait to see it. Good, Sandy. Thank you. Yep, Amy has some impactful comments impactful statements. Says it like it is. Oh, excuse me again. What are you looking outside the door for there, bud? What's out there, huh? Who's out there? I don't see no bunnies. I don't see the neighbors. Do you see the neighbor? Yeah. Good boy. Yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know if Audit's going to be able to go to the meeting today in person. So if anybody you know, maybe I'll put out a community post, goes to that meeting today physically, because they didn't say they had a Zoom. But if they go physically, maybe we can watch their stream. Well, that's okay. I don't know that controversial is bad. Good morning, Stephen. Oh, we get sneak previews. Woohoo! Let me look here. Let me go back and put that in. It popped up in my Chrome. Copy. Let's look at the new one. Reproductive rights are human rights. No more forced abortions. Oh, I love it. OMG, that is awesome. Cricket, you are so good. Really, Amy? Oops. Let's leave it on that one for right now. Oh, I love it. Yep. Amy, do tell. What kind of poster are you looking at, thinking about? That would be kind of cool if you had a bike guy standing next to her. Wow, that's really good. Well, you definitely do that. You definitely have a talent. I really enjoy your talent. I'm going to take it off window capture just for a second. Let me pop into my emails. Oh, did I do that? Did I really do that? Amy says she has a picture of all the security with their masks and guns, and all the politicians that have been safe pointed stand in front of the entrance to LRH Way with the same entrance sign over them. Yeah, that's kind of like my who are you guarding picture. Yep. Sweet dreams, Sandy Hill, sweet dreams. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. There is a picture that I kind of utilized Jamie Mustard's block technology. That's all I saw, Amy. They have been safe pointed, stand in front of the entrance to LRH Way with the same entrance sign over them. It's a just of two periods of history. Okay. That would be really cool to see, Amy. Can you post a link to it somewhere? Do you have it posted anywhere? If I make you a mod, do you want to be a mod? Do you want a wrench? Could you post a link? Let me find the, I know what I'll do here. I'll turn insert picture, this device. Yeah, they do. They just tick me off YouTube. Okay, just DM me and I'll pop it in here. If it'll even let me, because it's been blocking me too. Morning, Kirby's mom. See, I'd put this block picture together too. Kind of like the left side is what they say is their good and is the perception, and the right is the reality. Let me take that off the screen for a second. Go to Wanted to let you know I didn't see Serge or Street's email. I'll have to ask for it in their chats about what we're talking about before. Okay. Let me go back to turning that on. Okay, Kirby's mom. Yeah, 'cause I don't remember either. Good morning, hippie chick. Good morning, Claudette. Oh, goodness. Mine is on my, okay, so the rest of the comment says, they are blocking a comment, and they are. The rest would be the entrance to LRH Way would have the same entrance sign, as the concentration camp, Auschwitz. Arbach macht free to show what they are actually protecting, and they remain silent. It's ironic as Heidi Soto is a Jew. I'm unable to make posters. There is Davy Shart's pants or something like that. Isn't he the one that makes those for DOA? My email is on my channel. But I will give you my email. I don't mind putting it in here. YouTube's gonna be nice to me this morning. Davy's nice and short, right? He does a lot of posters. And she does not have it on her webpage on her channel, but I know she gives it out all the time. So here is audit, and she's okay with that. audit.in.la@gmail.com. Yeah, he makes a lot of them for the LA streamers. But when you're dealing with a picture's worth 1,000 words, that would be controversial. But Amy, I think that probably would get the point across, that's for sure. And you're welcome, Claudette. You think so? I don't know. I think people might, people that need to get the hint might get the hint. Yeah. Lakshmi Cool, good morning. Hello. How do I save image as? That's not doing the saved image, but that's okay. I'm only laughing, Amy, because that's where a lot of mine are too. That's what my conversation with Jamie was, is that I know what I want to convey. I just can't get it on paper. That's my artistry blockage, is that I know what I want it to look like, but I can't make it look like that. And you guys that are artists are so much better at that. Cricket, I give you so much cred for that. And I really think that's a good idea, Amy. I do too. I think it's a great idea. Oh, like the juxtaposition of an old let's go there. I am not going to do it justice, but let's see. Insert picture, online picture. With like this one, Amy. Let's get rid of this first. With a picture of like the blue building right behind it, and right here some police LAPD guards, something to that effect. Okay, so we're all thinking the same thing. And then maybe have a behind that sign, the entrance sign, have a like a ghost image of the blue building back here. Let me see. I'm gonna cut this out. So crop. I'm just playing. I'm not good like Cricket is. And then what I'm thinking is you would just overlay this to where this, here, let me, Okay, so we're on a roll here. Okay, so we need to copy, paste, and then I'm going to crop. See, this is... So then we're going to... You know what I mean. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But more in the background, like this would be a faded. That's kind of... Oh, yeah, show the elderly Sea Org and the children. Ooh, that would be... Okay. Cricket Cinema, good morning, Desert Dog. You have another challenge. What Amy's talking about. I can't even do this justice because I envision what you're saying. Yeah, Amy, you have an excellent vision of that. Excellent. And you brought it forth to us even. I can see what you're talking about. I know, but it would take me more time to figure it out. I would have to really play with it, and like if I had Photoshop or something, it would be a breeze. I haven't used Photoshop in a long time, but I know how to, as I said, I know what I want. Morning, Haggis. I understand the mission, Amy, but somebody with better artistic skills would be better at it. And like Cricket Cinema, he's really, really good at this. That is an excellent idea. Yeah. Very emotional and very impactful. I'm even thinking of a protest like what Serge and Lara did with the child brides. That would be a really impactful protest. Ooh, that just gives me chills just thinking about it, Amy. That could be one out in front of the mayor's office where they get a permit. It's what we were talking about last night with audit. Ooh. Amy, I'm going to yeah, I'm going to email Serge that too, and if you want to email him. Ooh, what you got, Cricket?
With Amex Business Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. So you get rewarded when your business is going places. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Hey guys, Trevor here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a community post on your YouTube mobile. Now, whether you're on an iPhone or Android, it doesn't really matter. Basically, the first step is just to hop into the YouTube app. So I'm going to open it up here, and once we're in there, we're going to tap on You at the bottom right. Now, on here, you can see I have my channel at the very top. I'm going to tap.
Cricket, was that supposed to be the YouTube app video? Oh, okay. I will do that. Cricket, but I don't have Cricket's email. So, well, Cricket, if you send me an email, I will send you Amy's email. Yeah, I think that would be really impactful, Amy. You just hit on an incredible idea. I can envision it. Uh-oh, I hear the coffee maker going. You guys are so brilliant. This is why I love my morning chats with you guys. Because just one of us individually can't think of everything. Exactly. It kind of reminds me, my mom used to always joke about us kids, because there were 5 of us kids, and she'd say, I can handle each of you alone, but put you all together, you guys are trouble. Yes, we are, Mama. Yes, we are. I love these chats too. And I'm going to love them even more in about 2 minutes when I get coffee. Yeah, I wonder if they could do like a... Good morning, son. Are you alive? You know what your brother-in-law told me last night? That if I didn't thank him for being a vet, he was joining Scientology. Good morning, Brian. Yeah, we had 5 of us. And Amy, you were a twin, so I'm sure you were double trouble. Ooh, a cheese croissant. That sounds good. And I know it's probably the worst in the world process-wise, but Burger King has the best cheese croissants. I haven't been there in forever. How are you doing today, Brian? And Haggis sent me a picture of Tiggy. What a cutie patootie. Oh my gosh. My pillows are falling back. I'm falling. They're sliding. Oh, okay. We are on marching orders. I can see that, Amy. Yeah, I had several friends that had harnesses for their kids. That's actually funny. I'm going to take a napola, are you, Brian? I watched your video the other day. That was really cool. You do a great job with your poets, with your poems. Can hear the dog in there drinking. She sounds like a horse. A horse at the trough. Okay, so everybody that didn't see, look at this picture that Cricket made. Let me go back to properties. Isn't this cool? I love it, I love it, I love it. Yep, rains. I don't know, I think I was pretty lucky. I think one time we lost my son in a department store. He was hiding behind the clothes in one of those circular racks, and it freaked me the F out. I couldn't find him. And other than that, my kids stayed pretty close. They were pretty good. Kirby's mom, isn't that just awesome? He just outdoes himself. He's such a great. Yep. I traveled a lot with the kids, and so they would always. Here, I'll just. It's fine. My fingers are fine. They're used to it. Thank you. One of these days, we're going to have to wash my coffee cup. That's sacrilege, though, is to wash a coffee cup. Cheers. I know, right? So, Cricket, Cinema, I'll let you, if you want to email it to her, you can email it to her. I know. It's people must think it's a really disgusting habit, but you don't wash a coffee cup. You let it get seasoned over time. You just rinse it out every day. It sounds nasty, but it's not. It takes the flavor away. Now, that was one way to get your fingers broken if you washed my mom's coffee cup. And I say that in jest. She wouldn't really do it, but she'd get PO'd. In the LADOT letters, the permits, the sign, the no parking signs, the way that the parking signs are being unequally enforced. Yeah, I remember that story. Yep. Yeah, and thank you, Cricket Cinema, for everything you're doing. I know I keep saying that, but you are awesome. But a poster that would be kind of good would be a picture of the old Anonymous and whether we get along or not, like Apostate Alex and some of the older protesters that were in that older movement, Mark Bunker on one side, and the newer Jessica Palmadessa, Confident Chris Streets, some of the newer Solomon on the other side, and maybe in the middle, some of the middle-aged people. Having what their costumes, remember, because they used to have the face masks and stuff like that, and how it's evolved. Yeah, that's true. So the DOT is the road enforcement. You know, they also take care of the taxi cabs and the ambulance certifications and that type of for the Department of Transportation. Good morning, Paraditology. And an ambulance could get down that road, but not when it's completely blocked off like it was yesterday. Nothing could get down that road yesterday. It's just ridiculous. And then they told Scotty, oh, well, we did check it a week ago. Well, a week ago was when they were having it open. Yep, Kirby's mom, exactly. We were thinking exactly the same thing. Well, the day they went to check it out, I'm sure the fire department called and said, hey, we're going to come check your road. And that's when they went out and opened it up. And they checked it, and it was fine. Duh. We know how that works. Yeah, that would be cool, Haggis, if you would do that. Well, okay, so this is something that I didn't put in the meeting that Audit and I had last night. But if you look at federal regulations, FHA regulations, fair housing regulations, says that any 4 or more units, so everything down on the right-hand side, any 4 or more units are FHA regulated. And none of them have accessible units. There's no grandfather in FHA. None of them have good, Amy. I'm glad. Yep, fix your phone. And so I know Audit was saying that sometimes they're all gone, and they're allowed to all be gone as long as they have their units with them. But if you have a phone there, fix the frickin' phone. So I get your point on why you have the phone there, so that way if somebody truly has an emergency, but I completely agree with what he was saying the other day. What if I needed the unit and I was a neighbor, and I needed to call for help? Nobody's here. I tried to call you. You say you can't hear me. Yeah, I called BS on that, but they heard him to say that he needed somebody, but don't send a truck, and they sent an ambulance anyways. I don't know. So back to the FHA, your college dorms and your university centers have different regulations. And I know they're not meeting them. I know damn well they're not meeting them. Yep. And supposedly this one does too. Station 35 has one too. So you can't, legally, you can't block that road. And I did find that one Supreme Court, it's something versus Massachusetts. I'll have to find it. I talked about it. There's a Supreme Court ruling that says You cannot do that on a road. Doesn't say anything about blocking it, but it says you can't hand out leaflets. You can't proselytize on a road, on public streets. You can only do it on the sidewalks. So what they are doing is against federal law. But they could give a rat's ass. They could care less. So that could be a DOT comment. Let me find that. Exactly. Now the city inspectors for the building itself, that meeting's today. And Audit said she may not be able to go. So I don't know that we're going to have eyes on the ground for that one. We'll see if anybody pops in and goes live if they go there. But Audit had some medical things she needed to take care of today. And she needs to take care of them. Good evening, Swedish Lena. We are doing wonderful, and we're doing even better now that you're here. How are you doing today? I see you, buddy. Yes, definitely. She has things. Does it matter? Rip Guy! How's Rip Dog? Good morning! And you know, we like you too. Don't worry about that. We like you, but we want to know about Rib Dog. How's she doing? So we're not throwing you to the wolves, but how's our baby girl? Oh, no worries, Swedish. No worries at all. I have FFS, and that's not for F's sake. That's called fat finger syndrome. So sometimes when I type, I do typos. Well, I'm glad that she thinks she is fine. Haggis, you're right. She is a whirlwind. There are two ways that people in chairs, this is the most prominent way that people in chairs don't become older people, are pressure sores and bladder issues, especially for people that are paralyzed. Pneumonia kind of goes right in there with it, but those things can cause pneumonia. But pressure sores are really bad for people that are in chairs. And that happens. So I'm not giving her secret away, kinda, not really, but she needs to get off her biscuits for a couple of days. And I am glad that Rib Dog thinks that she's doing better. So much love to her. Yep, pneumonia. And especially with me, because I can't cough. I don't have the abs to cough. And so that gets me. Yep. So, Amy, a couple of years ago when COVID was going around, I ended up with COVID. And the COVID was kind of like a asthma. It didn't affect me too bad, but what I did get is I got those nasty COVID clots, those rubbery clots in both of my legs, and it almost killed me. That sucked. But I had learned there is a you know those respiratory things that they give you in the hospital? The little breathing thing with the little ball and you go or like that, you try and make it raise. They have one of those things and it's a lung exerciser. It doesn't look like that. It looks like a little flute, like a little kazoo, and you can turn the pressure up and you can make your lungs stronger by using that. And I use that and singing. For as horrible as a singer as I am, if you sing really loud and strong, it'll make your lungs stronger. Does it matter? Do you have like a puppy pad or something inside for her? Yeah. An incentive spirometer. Yes, that's what it's called. Thank you. But this is, as I said, it looks like a little kazoo, and you can turn it, and it increases the pressure of how much pressure it takes to use it. And you only do it a couple of times a day. And it's similar to the incentive spirometer, but it's, yeah, and it really, really helps the lungs. It was. And then, I mean, I was in the hospital for about a month, and they put me on blood thinners. And then the blood thinners, I was transferring one day, and I smacked my leg really hard when I transferred, and I actually bled out inside my leg, and so my leg got huge, 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 and I had to go back to the hospital, and I was back in the hospital. That was really tough. Oh, that's a great idea. It was really scary, but they went in and they took them out, and then they even gave me pictures. But they had to go in and they had to strip the blood clots out of my legs. And I went to the university to have it done. And then I was on those blood thinners, and I said, I'm not going to be on blood thinners the rest of my life. You guys have another thing coming if you think I'm going to have to worry about smacking myself or bumping myself, because I do that all the time transferring. But this is not going to work. So after about 6 months, 8 months of being on blood thinners, they said, okay, you can get off from them now. But that was a pain because I had to go in for blood tests every week. It was nuts. It is amazing what they can do now. Definitely. But I found out that COVID even though it's a respiratory illness, it's more of a blood clotting illness. And that's what was taking so many people down. And they're finding that these blood clots, those rubbery blood clots, are what were killing people. And unfortunately, from back when I was in my original accident, they put a blood filter in me. You see the commercials now. If you have a blood filter, you can do this lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. But mine was before that. And so I have a filter in me, and so it filtered all of the blood clots. Okay, go get you some coffee. Yeah, pretty crazy. If you look it up, COVID and blood clots, you talk about a rabbit hole. Yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And you got those blood clots from not only from COVID, but from the COVID shot. Oh, I'm sorry, Haggis, for your friend. And I'm sorry about your uncle. Yeah, there was good and bad about COVID. I mean, definitely. I mean, I know it's real controversial. I never took the shot, but I know people that had the shot I know somebody that died from the shot. So who knows what was really right and what was really wrong. I know my daughter, being a nurse, had to have the shot. Um, she was forced on her, and it's messed with her reproductive system pretty bad. Yeah. So yeah, there was good things and bad things and all the political stuff that went on with it. Yeah. But blood clots are no joke. That's when Liz Ferris ended up with them in her lungs. That's scary. That's scary business. You're right, Kirby's mom. It's because we all have different bodies. That's how we are designed. Just like snowflakes, we're all different. And that's a good thing. Because Amy, you have two of you, but I bet you your sister isn't just like you either. I think I remember you said you guys were opposites. I don't know if the world wants two of me. That's for sure. Good morning, Inglewood. Who was it? Oh, wow. Yeah, I agree with that, Amy. One time I had COVID and it was kind of like a cold, and the second time was like having asthma. It was kind of weird. Did that help her breathing, Swedish? Yeah, it's like with my grandbabies. When I was telling you that my granddaughter had her um she's allergic to a lot of things. especially food. She has a lot of food allergies. And my grandson, he could eat whatever. Nothing bothers him. And my son has asthma. And he had COVID, and it struck him. But we're proud of her too, Swedish. That's great. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. You know, I know most of you know that I am a believer in God, and that you just you look at babies and you look at birds and all the different. Oh, I have a cardinal outside my window. And you just look at the different trees and how the trees change and how the water comes so far every day on the tides, and just the miracles of the world. That doesn't happen just by Darwin. That didn't happen through millions of years. It's just the difference in people. There's just too much. You can't deny God looking at the miracles of every day and the beauty of every day. Cardinal is a sign. Yep, butterflies and cardinals. He's still hanging out there too. He's beautiful. Oh, there's a couple of them. Swedish, that's awesome. I mean, it sucks that you were, isolated, but it's awesome that you never had COVID. Well, let's look to see. Uh-oh, my computer's slowing down. Come on, computer. No more silence. Miriam and Ree. What did Miriam and Ree talk about yesterday?
Hello and welcome everyone to a show that Miriam and I are doing. This show will have content in it that is to do with childhood abuses. So we're wanting to put out a trigger warning right at the beginning so that you look after yourself. I'm going to add something to the screen to watch, tell you a little bit about what we're doing tonight.
Last year I did this song about Cardinal Pell, which is the most overt piece of activism I've ever done.
Yes.
And it had an impact that I didn't see coming at all.
Come home, Cardinal Pell, we know you're not feeling well. Perhaps you just need some sun.
What were you hoping to achieve out of writing that piece?
Well, to express anger, which and to get people laughing at something very, very awful. But I also, it was very...
Oh, okay. I'm going to put a link to... It was, but it was in their day because they're over in Australia. Miriam and Ree are both over in Aussie land. There was a song that Let me find it. Let me find it. Come on, computer. Is her name Jazzy? I don't think that was... No, it wasn't her. Let me find it. Which I know raised... Inside. I know Nora had it on her channel. Nope, that's not it. I know I can't see chat right now, you guys. Hang on, I'll be right there. Is it on her community? Oh, thanks. I didn't know she posted me. That's kind of cool. Thank you. This one. I'm probably going to get copyright striked on this. But I'll take it out afterwards. Trying. I'll tell you, this has been a attempt.
Weight loss.
Okay, hold on. I got some dog going. Let's look up Super Cool's community tab. By the way, we're going to link her in here in case anybody wants to. Is this the one you're talking about, Tundra? That song was just really hit home. Here's Super Cool's page. Tundra, what did you want to put on there about that? Yeah. Yeah, she has Super Cool has, and she does all the permits. She does a lot of investigation on what's going on. Said, Emily and I attended a very nice event recently hosted by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. This is yellow shirt guy, I think. No, that's not. He's the bid. With CEO Steve Neeson, we met the LA County Sheriff Robert Luna, the new LA City Council President, and Council District 2 Marquis Harris Dawson, outgoing Council President Paul Krikorian, Monica Rodriguez, Heidi Feldstein Soto, and Assistant City Kevin James. Kevin James is the one that was listed in one of Audit's CPRAs that she got. That's so wrong. That's just wrong. Which one of these pictures is Emily? Is this Emily right here? Yeah, he was. And he's the one, Kevin James was the one that he gave his personal address on there. Yeah. Yep, he did. He interfered, and in fact, he gave his personal email in that on that email chain, which they blacked it out, which is fine. We understand that. But who gives their personal email to? Yeah, that disconnection just sucks. I just can't imagine. So let me play a little bit of devil's advocate, though. When they don't know the horrors, which we're telling more and more people about the horrors. Yeah, you're right, Amy. He needs a visit. But they give out their, we're good people. We have our volunteer ministers. We have our ministry. We have our ministers that come sit on the CPAB. We have this. We have our Narcanon. We have this and that. They give out so much benevolence that they supposedly do that unless you know the other side of the story, which is what we're doing, is giving that side of the story, that this is where perception and reality needs to be shown. This is where these pictures need to be shown next to the horror pictures next to it. In fact, looky here. Watch this. No. Let me go back to here. Let me go to this. Okay, so let's throw blah blah blah. Let's put that block picture back in there. Insert picture, this device. Now let's put There you go. I know that's pretty convoluted, but what do you think? See? Scientology owns Galaxy Press. Here's the perception versus reality. Tandra, I kind of agree with that, but I bet you that if need be, there could be some pull there. There's some weight. There's a picture right there, you guys. Perception versus reality. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their involvement is with the Olympics, but I wonder who received if there is anything for the Olympics, who's going to receive that proposal. That's true. That's true, Tandra. I agree with that. In fact, I'm going to make this a picture. Let's see. Let's do back to home. Select all. No, I don't want that. Crop. Crop. There we go, much better. Select all. Save as. Picture. We'll put this in audits file. P versus reality. And we're going to save it as a JPEG. And then we're going to yeah, I don't know that I would do that on this one. But let me go to me, go to my community, and we're going to put an image on there. I gotta drag them. No, that's not what I wanted. Come on, stop it. that on my... Did that even come through? Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, it did. It just doesn't show it in the other. Yikes, you guys. That's very true. They do it, and they're on that board because of the church. Okay. I think we... Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. My spasms through my computer. Sorry. My legs have minds of their own. Please do. Share away. Pretty freaking crazy. So, yeah, I too believe that you don't have a rabbi sitting on CPAB or a priest sitting on CPAB for influence of the CPAB itself. They are there that they happen to be a rabbi or a priest or a pastor. They don't represent the church themselves. And this is where, on the CPAB, Janet and Parker represent the church, not themselves. So that's a huge difference, and that should be a huge no-no. Yeah, I see a very artistic, creative protest. Yeah. She needs to just get voted out. Audit for mayor. Let's put Audit in as mayor. There we go, Cricket. We need a picture of her. Parker is on the CPAB with Janet. You would think so, right? That's a good idea, Eaglewood. Ooh, check that one off and put it in that list, my community list from yesterday. That's an excellent idea. I wonder who is on the Olympic Committee for California. And I'm sure they have all sorts of stuff going on already because they're going to have Shorty come bail out of a helicopter, I'm sure. Him and Mayor Bass are just two peas in a pod, really. But I wonder who's on the Olympic Committee for California. And other committees around the world. Really, truly. That's some brilliant thinking there. See, that's why we all have coffee together in the morning. Yeah, that's Yeah, I'm sure it's the USA Olympics Committee, but I'm almost certain California has a committee because, everything has to have a committee or a meeting about it, or, it's just not life in corporate world or in government world. There's got to be a California committee for the Olympics. There was probably one to get the Olympics there, and they kept it going, because I know in Anchorage we were vying for the Olympics one time, and we had an Olympics committee. To get it there, and then of course we didn't, but so where's Peter when you need him? Peter knows all of that stuff. I know they did. That kind of pissed me off, right? Peter, wake up. We're going to say your name 3 times. Peter, Peter, Peter. Wake up. We need you to look at this stuff for us. He's our California man, or YRB. You're going to make me Google it, aren't you? Okay, but if I type, I'm going to have to put my coffee cup down. Southern California Committee for the Olympic Games. I knew we'd find one. Let's see. About us. Do I have it on the right? I do. Okay, About Us. Was formed in 1939. You got some old fogies on there. So apparently they've been around for a while. Okay, so Board of Directors. So we need to go through here and see if we could safe point any of these people. If we could see if any of these people are Scientologists. She looks awfully young, doesn't she? Michaela Reynolds. Maybe it's just because I'm old. Vice Chair, Andrew Knox, Ronald Turner, Rick Rosas, Robert Rollo, Gerald Papazian, Barry Sanders. Immediate past chair. Barry Sanders, is that the same past presidents? Current directors. Lindsay Amstutz, Joshua Anderson, Dan Beckerman. I'm looking at their companies for Creative Arts Agency, Ryan Cura, Richard Corgel, Ed Dufresne. Anyways, here's the board of directors. Let me try that again. Google, be nice. Here's the web page if anybody. Sorry, I'm looking up to see if there's any other. Anything else that I missed? Because you guys are a talkative bunch. Yeah, so there's the board of directors, and those are the current directors. And after the 2025, there are two candidates, Coe and Lapartient, follow up Bach. Yeah, I'll look more at it later. Huh. That is an interesting. Eaglewood, thank you. That was a excellent idea. And definitely something that's up and coming. Russell Hagee, Daniel Guerrero, Brad Hildebrandt. That name sounds familiar. There's a lot of directors on this board. The Anaheim Ducks. John Moffitt, Southern California Olympians and Paralympians Association. He's the president of this. Here's something. Here's a John Moffitt. You know, Paralympians are degraded beings. Mr. Moffitt, how do you feel about Scientology being so prevalent? Games for the debate. Oh, that's not what I put on there. That's not what I put on there at all. I think we need to talk about the Paralympians. I think we need to tell them about what's happening and what's going to happen. Because I know darn well that they are not ready for all the Paralympians that are going to be there. Those are the IOC members. Well, I'll go back through and take a peek at that. So, up in Anchorage, we had the veteran games come in one year. And we won for the veteran games, which is basically the Olympics for veterans, for disabled veterans. And almost all of our hotels were not compliant with the ADA. And I know your Paralympians and your disabled vets, they are stronger than most normal people that are in chairs and stuff. So a lot of them don't need a huge amount of accessibility. I mean, generalizing, a lot of them can, jump curbs, and they can probably get out of their chair and pop up chairs. But accessibility is huge. So we had to make a huge change in our city for just the VA games. And I know, because of some little birdies that have told me, that they're all excited about the Olympics, but they're forgetting about the Paralympics, and they have not been making the changes that they need. And now, emotionally, you're going to have all of these Paralympians. I don't know if Harry is part of the Paralympics, but Paralympians, I mean, that's the Olympics. I don't know if any of you follow the Paralympics, but it's not Special Olympics, it's Paralympics. And I don't think they've even started getting ready for the mass, just the mass involvement of people with disabilities. I don't know if Harry is, but I know Arnold Schwarzenegger was at the time, because I met him. He's a short guy. He was there, so yeah, I wish they gave it more airtime. One of my best friends won gold in hockey, the Paralympics hockey. That was actually the Chicago team that became the Paralympic team, and he was really, that was really cool. Amy, I've already discussed that. There's more to that than you can think of. Yeah, that's already in the midst. That's already in the works. We'll just leave it there. Lakshmi Cool, thank you for joining us on your break. Have a wonderful rest of your day at work. And we love you too. Yeah, Amy, we already discussed that. Because, well, people with disabilities, not only physical disabilities, but mental disabilities, are degraded beings and are lower than any of them and are shunned. Just think of Serge Obolinski, what happened with him. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I can't really go into details with that, Amy. But I like the way you're thinking. Yep. So yeah, that was I always win when you're doing guess what you've done in the past. Amy, I'll email you what's in the works. I'll tell you personally, but I just can't say it on here because I know we're being watched. But yep, anti-psychiatry, absolutely. I wish it would have kind of blown up a little bit more with their protest to Kirby's mom. But one year I was traveling for business and I was going to be in Chicago, and they were having it was wintertime, and it was the para team for the Chicago Blackhawks, and that was the Paralympian team also. Yep, I sure will, Kirby's mom. And so anyways, I went down and I had my sled with me because I used to play sled hockey, and they were having a practice, and I said, "Oh, I want to join you for your practice. Come on." And don't get me wrong, I absolutely sucked at hockey. My kids thought it was the funniest thing in the world is we would all get into sleds to play, and they would check me into the boards. They just thought that was just the funniest thing in the world because they were hockey players too. We were a hockey family. And so anyways, I went to Chicago and I got to be there during one of their practice nights. So I got to get into a sled, and there were quite a few Blackhawks that were also playing that night. So I got to practice with the Blackhawks. That was kind of fun. That's my claim to fame. And when I fell over, they had to pick me up. I was really bad, but it was fun. So I got to skate with the Blackhawks. That was fun. And I'm totally missing the chat. I'm sorry. They have been so infiltrated, though, Amy, the American Psychiatric Association, that CCHR has infiltrated them so bad that that's a huge untangling that needs to happen. Yeah, I agree, but there's so many tentacles in that. You should see, and I haven't been able to get them uploaded because there's just so many files. I really will put those OSA files up there. I'm having a hard time getting that many because there's like tons and tons of files, and it just won't let me upload so many at a time. But CCHR is like a quarter of 1,000 of those files. CCHR and going against psychiatry, I think, is a bigger mission than even fair gaming in those files. That's how big it is, and how they've infiltrated every avenue of our society to stop psychiatry. It truly is amazing. Kind of even got repetitive and boring of reading through them. Let me see if I can find, I'm going to find a picture of let's go back to Google. Here's the sled hockey team. Well, this isn't the team, but this is a sled hockey team. So you have sleds that you skate in, and it's full gear, full contact. I'm not going to show you a picture of me in a sled hockey because I really was horrible. But here's the Blackhawks right here. The Chicago Blackhawks has a sled hockey team. Come on. But you have 2 sticks with picks at the end, and that's how you propel yourself. See the stick? And there's like little picks at the end of the stick. As I said, it's full contact, full gear. Yep. I'll have to look at that, Amy M. Psychiatry Industry of Death. I know they have their museums that they have. Let me see if I can find a better picture. Okay. Computer, don't be going down on me now. Do 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 do. My computer is being a butt. I think I've been on too long. Did I lose you? Did I lose you? Images. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted. Go back. Here's a good picture. In fact, that's a great picture. Yeah, I love me some sled hockey. Yeah, I've seen that Swedish, the traveling van. You know, that may be a really good place. I think it's been such a big, huge, overwhelming creature to attack, the CCHR, that I think it's a big monster. But I guess if we start just chinking away at little pieces of it, it might seem to be less of a problem. I just don't think any one of us have really tackled it. I know PTS did for a little bit, but maybe a non-group group of us could work on that together. Yeah, I even skated with a group here in Michigan. They let me borrow because I don't have a sled anymore. I sold my sled when I left Alaska, which I shouldn't have. But so they let me borrow a sled, and I went down, and I'm just, almost being 60 years old, falling onto the ice or getting checked into the boards just isn't as appealing anymore. Bones are too easy. It's no fun trying to recover anymore. But I like watching it. But they have a Paralympic team. And it's quite cool. It is pretty cool. So let me show you a picture of my best friend. He's in where the heck is he? Over near you, Irish Mart. The name just went right out of my head. And uh-oh. Did I lose you guys? Am I still here? Sylvester Fleece is his name, and he is the only hockey player, here's his card, he has a hockey card. And he's in Poland. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But he's from Poland, but he actually received his citizenship to come skate for Chicago Blackhawks. And he lived here for a while. But he lives back in Poland now. But he was here for quite a few years, and he came up and he coached our team in Alaska he was there for a year or so. It was kind of cool to meet him and be his friend and skate with him. We had some good times. But yeah, he's the only one with his own, he's got his own card. Here, I'll type his name in here if anybody wants to research it. I'll try and not fat finger. That's pretty cool. Okay, you guys, we've been on for 2 hours. We've had an incredible morning with some incredible ideas. I'm going to go fluff and buff and get the stink off me, change my shirt, because I still have my shirt on from yesterday, and it's quite smelly. Definitely sweet memories for me. He is one heck of a guy. He lives over in Poland, though, so I always worry about him with all the war that's going on with the Ukraine, making sure that he stays safe. So I love you guys. I love you, my bonus son. Don't join the Scientology. That kind of goes... Shut up, Haggis. You probably could smell me from there. It does. I'm stinky. Woo, stinky, stinky. Okay, I love you guys. I will talk to you later.